selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector.
Okay, let's take a break from working on the nav. In this video, I'm going to be doing some live replies for you guys. I put on Instagram a little while ago, I dangerously put a post out saying, ask me any questions that you have. And they've all come back really good, guys. So we've got a bunch of awesome questions, which I'm going to run through now for you. And I'm going to give a shout out to who asked the question, and then I'm going to answer it. Okay, so starting at the top, Deegan_97. Deegan said, what lift kit are you running? Deegan, I'm running the Comp Shock lift kit in this. It's a 3 and 2 lift kit, which means 3-inch up the front, 2-inch up the back. The front is a strut assembly and the rear is a shock and coil setup with a remote reservoir. Absolutely fantastic setup. Now they do a front remote reservoir as well, which is basically a canister which holds extra oil in it and is adjustable. So the shock performs a lot better for a variety of different things. If you haven't seen my install video, there is one on YouTube where I do a detailed description on these parts and also a detailed install for you. So check that out if you're interested. Thomas Maluga, when are 6-inch lift and 35s coming? 6-inch lift, man, I'm not going to do a 6-inch lift. I'm super stoked with the suspension lift that I'm currently running in the Navara. If I was to go up any more, it might be to a 4-inch or something like that, but 6 inches, nah, not in a nav, man. Especially with the IFS front setup on the front end there. Lifting it too high really restricts the down travel and articulation of the front end and puts a lot of strain on those CVs. But 35s, that is on my radar, brother. So 33s is what's on there now. 35s is definitely something that I'm looking at. I mean, they're cool. The street cred factor, they look good, and off-road clearance. Obviously, the main reason why we put bigger rubber on our cars is it looks awesome, but off-roading, you got more diff clearance underneath the diffs there, so you have better clearance to not get hung up off-road. 35s are only going to increase that clearance by another 2 inches, which 50 mil, that's a lot of clearance, guys, so it's definitely on my radar of something to do. NP_Tura93 asks the question, are the MPs the best four-wheel drive? Best four-wheel drive. Look, I don't know, have you seen some of those Yankee trucks over in America? They're pretty capable and pretty cool. As far as the Australian market goes, utes wise, yeah, I think they're the best ute in the market. I think they've got a very capable setup and they look good and they perform well. I'm really stoked with the MP300. Lockie.Mercs, would you recommend a nav for a work/4B vehicle? Definitely, man. You can carry a lot of weight in these things with a coil rear end and it still feels good. The 2.3 litre bi-turbo engine packs a lot of punch for a little banger, and you'll definitely be able to move it around with your tools or whatever you got in the back of the ute. And off-roading, obviously, these things are capable as, and they're a great car. So definitely recommend it as a work and play vehicle. You don't have to have both. You can use this for both. Jack_Taylor_, anything you wish you did differently mod-wise? So far, so good, man. I'm not really thinking that I did anything that I don't like. No, I'm pretty stoked with everything I've done with the car so far. That may change as new additions to the parts that I've already installed maybe come out, and I wish that I had those sort of thing. But as far as the mods so far, man, I'm stoked with it, and I cannot wait to keep going. Carter Hodgkinson, common issues with an MP300. Not a lot spring to mind apart from the rear main seal. Basically, the rear main seal is between the engine and the transmission on the crank, keeps the engine oil in the engine. Sometimes they do get a rear main seal leak. You hear about a few of them, but you got to think about how many of these cars are out there. I don't think that there's a lot of rear main seal leaks versus how many they've actually sold. The other one is boost solenoids. That does come up a little bit as an issue people are having. I haven't seen any of these issues yet, just keep that in mind, but I am checking both of those parts relatively often. Compared to other four-wheel drives on the market right now, they're very minimal issues with the MP300. You're definitely onto a wing with these cars. Tremayan362, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, I'm not sure. What do you think of your upgraded suspension, and do you like the long travel rear? Well, yes, I'm stoked with the suspension. As I said before, the long travel rear is worth every bloody cent. So basically you've got your long travel shock, which is open and closed. Well, your open length's longer essentially. It's long travel, so your open length of your shock is going to droop down further, allowing for the articulation of your diff to move around a lot more. A limited travel shock, like your standard lengths and all that sort of stuff, are basically going to have the diff moving here, and stopping here. But if you have long travel, it's going to droop down that bit further and give you more articulation, which means more traction off roads. SAA_UCE. What are your thoughts on the N-Trek Warrior Navara? Never seen one, never driven one. Well, I've seen one, but I haven't seen it in the flesh, so I can't really give you a comment on what I think of them per se, but they're basically the base of an MP300 built up with few extras, and I think in some countries they do get a different engine and things like that. So look, if you're looking for an optioned MP300, yeah, they're a great looking car, and they're definitely got a lot of bang for the buck. Personally though, I like a more simplistic, rugged, four-wheel drive, hence why I went with a Silverline model of the MP300, one for price, but the other reason is I want to be able to put all of the extras in it that I want. I want to be able to option it my way, and I also like the fact that it comes with factory black accessories, not chrome. For me, that's a plus. But yeah, N-Trek Warrior, it's a cool looking rig, definitely. I'd like to actually test drive one day. Gavin_GK. Gav, mate, this question's coming from a bloke that I have gone four-wheel driving with personally. Gav's got the white MP300. You've seen him in some of my videos. He is a weapon when it comes to off-roading, guys. Check out some of those vids. Would you be interested in helping me install a diff lock? Maybe do an install vid, question mark. By diff lock, I guess you mean the front diff, and yeah, man, I'm sure we can work something out, fit it into my busy schedule. I haven't done one in the MP300, but I'm willing to learn and help others learn. So yeah, let's try and tee something up, man, for sure. Stav_Alvarez, what year is your MP? This is a 2018 model, mate. Rogue1_MP300, got any ideas on a rear bar yet, question mark. Well, funny you say that. I've stopped working on the rear bar right now to do this video. So yes, I've got some ideas, and they will be coming forth in a video for you guys eventually. So stay tuned for that one, Rogue1_MP300. If you guys haven't checked out his Instagram, check it out. Really cool nav build, guys. Awesome rig. Manny Burton. Manny, love the GQ build, brother. That dual cab chop is coming along mint, and that bar work is also looking freaking fantastic, mate. So nice job. Manny Burton's question, the toughest Nissan in your vids is that 240Z, drill face, drill face, drill face. You're a funny bugger, mate. The toughest Nissan in the video, yeah, it is the 240Z. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've literally tried to get it in every shot that I can. Whenever it's in the corner, I try and get it in there because they look sweet. I reckon though that the MP300s with all those bonnet curves and stuff like that have taken away from that early Nissan style where they were really curved and the panels were shaped. And he continues to say, sorry, not sorry, but fuck my, it's mint. I agree, man, it's mint. Gavin_GK, have you ever put a front e-locker in any of your cars? I guess it's a follow-up question to the last one. E-locker, no. E-locker stands for electric locker. I haven't put one in as an aftermarket upgrade to any of my vehicles. I usually run with a air locker. So for me, my personal preference is a TJM Pro air locker. I've had the best run with those ones. They're a fantastic setup, but not an e-locker. So if we do end up doing yours, man, it'll be the first one that I've ever put in the vehicle as an aftermarket part. IRVS_ has asked, when's the side exit straight pipe exhaust going in? Exclamation mark, question mark. Side exit straight pipe exhaust, man. I want to do that so bad. I know that I put it out as a question to you guys a little while ago saying, what should I do? Give me some ideas. And I haven't done anything since with the exhaust, but purely because my car's only got 15,000 Ks on it, and I don't know if I want to remove the DPF filter just yet. You guys have to really consider this with your own exhaust systems. Yes, they sound good, and all that sort of stuff possibly helps with performance gains and things like that. But you do run the risk of getting fines, and you do run the risk of avoiding your Nissan warranty, which means you have no warranty on your car. So it's a hard one. Video will be coming soon on an exhaust upgrade. I'm not exactly sure what I will end up doing with that exhaust upgrade yet. So stay tuned for that one. I might or may not rip the DPF out. CXREY__. What size tires you running, mate? Question mark. I'm running 295/70 17s, brother. They're equivalent to a 33-inch tire, roughly. They're a Maxxis Razor Mud Terrain. Paul Napple. Don't suppose you'll do a video on how to hook up some spotties using a steady or similar plug and play harness? Funny you ask that. Look what I have here, Paul Napple. I've got a set of Type X Pros spotlights from Steady with a plug and play harness in there. I will be doing an installation video on these ones soon, but I've got to finish my bar work and stuff like that because I'm going to be painting my front bar, which means I'm going to remove it, and I don't really want to install a bunch of stuff right now and then have to remove it just to paint the bar. So once I've finished doing my bar work and painted it all up, all of this stuff is going to be going on the car straight away. So stay tuned for that. Next question's in from Billy.Moon. What's going on, Billy? Just wanted to say thank you for all your content, man. Helped me with so much. Brother, thank you so much for that feedback. It puts a massive smile on my face whenever anyone says that they've been helped by my videos, and just say generally thank you for the content and things like that. I do put a lot of effort into the content that I do, and to be honest with you, I'm so glad that I can give back to the four-wheel drive community and you guys enjoy it. So when I get things like that, it really puts a smile on my dial, man, and it makes it all worthwhile. So thank you, Billy. I appreciate the feedback, mate, although it's hard to take a compliment or a thank you most of the time. Melbourne_adventure 4x4. Are you able to weld a chassis bracing kit on my MP300? Chassis bracing kit. Well, depends on where the chassis, and yeah, maybe. Carter Hodgkinson. Pros and cons of owning an MP300. Thinking of buying a second-hand one soon. Well, pros would be coils, solid rear diff, IFS up the front for comfortability on and off-road, spacious interior. You can fit two adults in the back, two in the front comfortably in these things. They look good. They sound good when you put an exhaust system on them. They're very, very capable. They have a good engine in them. I think that's a con and a pro though. So the con is that in the back of my mind, I think it's only a 2.3 litre diesel, and that's a small cubic inch engine compared to what I'm used to. But it does have a bi-turbo on there, and to be honest with you, a pro of that engine is it does go really well on and off-road. Another con would be the pedal lag from factory with these cars, which I have managed to correct using the corrector unit from iDrive, or Ultimate 9 as they're known now. They've changed their name recently. Ultimate 9's corrector, basically that will make the throttle more responsive. That's another upgrade that fixed a con. That's all I can think about right now, but there's a lot more pluses and pros to the MP300 than cons. As far as buying a second-hand one, yeah, you can definitely do that, but definitely explore the option of buying them brand new, because you can sometimes snavel up a really good deal at the EFS sales from your Nissan dealerships. So check those out, or just generally all year round. They usually have pretty good prices on these brand new run-out models, things like that. Deegan_97. What dual cab do you recommend? MP300, brother. But seriously, if I was going to recommend another one, it would probably be an Isuzu D-Max. They're a really nice dual cab ute. Probably the only other contender for me when I was looking at buying a ute was the Isuzu D-Max. But man, MP300, they kick ass. Blair Gale 01. Hey mate, are the MP300s good on fuel, and are they reliable? I'm looking at buying one. Yes, they're reliable, and yes, they're good on fuel in my opinion. Mine uses about 10 litres per 100 around town, and on the highway I'm getting about 7.6. Now I've got the 33s on. Before that I was in the 6s. So yes, they're reliable, and yes, they're good on fuel in my opinion. Definitely buy one, mate. They are a fantastic ute. Swindles 1999. When's the next glassy trip, mate? ? Smiley face. The next glassy trip was going to be October this year, but then COVID-19 came into play and completely ruined all of my plans. So I was going to do a glassy or beach trip. I was going to try and get a whole bunch of you guys together in the MP300 group and try and do something, but it might have to wait until next year now before we can do something because of COVID-19. So yeah, it'll be coming. Keep an eye on the Modified MP300's Facebook page and my Instagram page. I'll definitely be updating everybody on upcoming events through those social medias. Alan Tuali. Not a question, mate, but you have been a big inspiration for my car, man. ... Thanks, heap. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to you as well, brother. Again, thank you for the feedback. As I said, makes me stoked when I get this sort of feedback from you guys, and it makes everything worthwhile. So thank you for the feedback, and I'm glad you're enjoying the content, brother. Birchard_12. Will you DPF delete the nav and bring out the inner jet? That was a jet noise. I don't know if it was a proper jet noise though. Yeah, yeah, I may or may not delete my DPF, and I may or may not show it on YouTube. I'm not sure yet, but they do sound good. And yes, they sound like a jet engine coming up the tracks. I think that's the character of the MP300 though. People are like, oh, it sounds like a jet engine, it's whistly, but yeah, that's because it's got a bi-turbo in it and you're putting a straight through exhaust system and it sounds awesome. So yeah, man, maybe. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Sorry, mate. ERDEKLI. When are we going to see 35s on the Beauty? 35s, man, as I said before, they'll probably be coming soon. Stay tuned. Next question. Josh_Hawes, 29. Why an MP300? Question mark. Why not an MP300, man? No, seriously, I did my due diligence when I was buying my MP300. Me and the missus went around and test drove pretty much every dual cab ute that the market has to offer, and we came back to the MP300. T_Squirrel. Man, you pop up everywhere on Instagram. I see your name absolutely all over the place, brother. What's with the name anyway? Squirrel. Drop it in the comments below how you got that nickname, brother. I would like to know. When are you coming back to Queensland for another video? Land Cruiser Park or Glasshouse? Well, I answered that before, man. I was hoping to come up there in October this year, but maybe we'll have to bump it to next year now, and I'll get everyone together and we'll do a Queensland trip. I'll be making the journey from Victoria up to Queensland, so I'll be happy to do a bit of camping and stuff like that. So keep an eye on my Instagram page and social media and stuff like that. I will let everybody know when something's going to be happening. Lockie.Mercs asks a question. G'day, mate. Been watching your channel for a while now. What's the pros and cons of owning an MP300? I answered that before, man. There's heaps of pros, very limited cons. Basically, the MP300 as an all-rounder vehicle is unreal, and I'm stoked that I purchased one. If you're considering it, definitely buy one, mate. __Leroy__. Body lift, question mark. I'm not sure if that means do I like body lifts? Am I going to run one? But I'll answer it both. So do I like body lifts? They're not bad. I do try and avoid a body lift at all costs if I can, because it does put extra stress on the body mounts and things like that, and has been renowned for cracking body mounts, and it does just put a gap between everything. I try and avoid it if at all possible. I do understand why people run a body lift. You know, if you max out on your suspension lift, you don't want any more body sway and roll or suspension roll, things like that when you're turning corners and whatnot. You don't want to wreck the way the vehicle feels, but you might want to put 35s or, you know, a bigger rubber in the wheel arch and you can't fit it, so you do a body lift. I get it. For me though, I'm not going to be running one. It's not on my hit list of things to do. Deadbeat_bikes. What's going on, Lockie? Doing a great job, matey. Just a quick one. Wondering, will it get bigger if I rub it? Question mark. That's it for the questions, guys. I'm not answering any more. I think we've already gone over the time limit of 15 minutes, which I initially said that this video would be, but who cares? I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments below, guys, and I'll do another one. I'll put on the Instagram story, I'll open it up for questions, and I'll answer it here on YouTube for you. If you enjoyed the video, drop it a thumbs up. Don't forget, hit subscribe. Me and Sean are knocking up a bunch of bar work right now for the MP300. All of it's going into a video, and that's going to be some really cool content for you guys. So check it out. That'll be coming really soon. Subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next one.